Hello. Hi. Hi. Thank you for the introduction. And today, we're talking about GraphQL and how we can use it to kind of design a little bit. We'll see. I'm Bernardo. That's where you can find me pretty much everywhere on GitHub or Twitter. I work at Travel Republic here in the UK. And my journey through open source started some while ago, so I actually have some React-related packages, but I'm not really going to talk about those today, but just so that you know, there's a React responsive picture, so that you can use the picture component in your application. There's also React text loop for some animation around text. There's some more controversial and fun projects like GraphQL CSS. It got some good reception, I think, from the community. It was a fun project and something that I quite enjoyed. And it was kind of my bridge into GraphQL. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Figma. I don't know, do you know about Figma? Do you know what it is? How many of you know what Figma is? Okay. A good amount of people. So Figma is a design tool, pretty much like Sketch or Photoshop. But one thing that it kind of sets it apart from everything else is that it contains an API, and it's a normal RESTful API. So we have multiple endpoints, and you can extract information from your design files through that API. And we're going to focus on the first one, so how to get the information about your files. And this is kind of the structure that you get from that RESTful endpoint. So this is your structure or the structure of your file. And you can see here that it kind of follows a very strict and rigid tree structure. And while this probably makes sense for your design, it doesn't make sense when you try to actually use that information, because you have to have an awareness of the structure of your file, and it can break quite easily if you try like grouping elements and etc. You can easily break your code just by following this structure. So let's see an example of what I'm saying. So right here on the right side, we have our design file, and we want to extract this the text styles on this artboard that it's here just next to me, and you can see the structure over there. That's our file that has multiple pages and then all the other frames and etc. So we need to extract the styles over here, and to do that, we kind of follow these 4 steps. So we need to fetch the file data, we need to get to the styles page, and then we get to the typography frame, and then from that we extract the styles from each group of the texts. And in code, it kind of maps into this. So you can see that just from this experience, you already have to have a good understanding of the file and the tree structure and etc. So you have all the children and etc. So you need to really understand how is that mapped, and also you obviously need to have some technical knowledge. But maybe this. So this is what you're getting. So we just want this information, but just to get to this, we have to generate all of that code. But maybe we could actually use something a little bit simpler. And to get the same information, we could use something like that. So we still have the same structure. We still get the files, we get to the pages, but now we can actually go directly to the styles page, and then you kind of go through the structure of the file to finally get the information that you want inside the text styles. Obviously, if you're paying attention, and obviously we mentioned GraphQL quite a lot, this is GraphQL, and you can actually use that with Figma. That's another library that I've been working on for the past year or so. So if you go to figma-graphql.party, you'll be able to see more examples and how we can use it. We're actually going to see just a few examples. If I just... Let me see. So this is just a code sandbox playground, and let me just start. So I'm not going to run anything here, but you can see here that I'm just inspecting my file. So this is my presentation file, and I'm just going through all the stuff that I want to see. So I can see all the pages in my file. I can start diving a little bit deeper, so I can get all the names inside my frames. And you can see that I'm still following some structure. But then I can see, for example, I can extract all the text that I've used in the presentation. So if I want to do something like linting or spell checking or anything, so I can use that. But then I can also use I can also export. For example, this exports all of my slides using the figma-graphql API, and this is already combining multiple RESTful endpoints. So one thing that you kind of have as well is you can break apart of the structure of the file, so you can go directly to one of the frames, for example. And in here, I'm actually using a regular expression to kind of give me all the frames that start with a 3. So you can get all of my slides that start with a 3, and I'm getting like all the components that are part of those files. And yeah, you can start going deeper and deeper. And the good thing about GraphQL is that you actually have all the documentation, and you can know exactly what you have. So it kind of makes it easier for everyone, even if you don't have many technical knowledge, to kind of go through your files. I've done a longer version of this talk at GraphQL Europe earlier this year. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it. It's recorded. And just wanted to thank you for all the contributors to the library as well. And thank you all for being here as well. Thank you very much.